We have exercise 2 here, still under profit. Says below is a table, the cost and revenue situation of a hypothetical firm or an imaginary firm. We have output from 0 to 10. We have total revenue, we have total cost, total variable cost, and total fixed cost. And the very first question they have asked is, under what market structure are we operating? What is the market structure under which we are operating? Are we under perfect competition or imperfect competition? How will you know? As I told you in the previous episode, the easiest way to know the market structure is to judge from its price, its average revenue, and its marginal revenue. These 3 things must be constant at all output levels, and they must be the same to each other. That is, average revenue should be equal to marginal revenue. But then when I look at this table on the board, I don't find average revenue. I don't find marginal revenue. So how will I know under what market structure we are operating? We look at our total revenue and see the rate at which total revenue is changing as output is changing. When output is 0, total revenue is 0. When output is 1, total revenue is 81, meaning that one product is sold at the price of 81 francs. And then when output is 2, total revenue is 162. And if my memory serves me right, 162 divided by 2 gives me 81. We know that average revenue is calculated by total revenue all over output sold. So when you take total revenue divided by output, it gives you your average revenue. So if we were to calculate average revenue, we will have something like this. We have total revenue divided by output. So we will be taking 0 divided by 0. 0 divided by 0, we have infinity. We get 1, we have 81 divided by 1. That gives us 81. 162 divided by 2. That is 81 still. 243 divided by 3. It is still 81. 405 divided by 5. It gives us 81. 486 divided by 6, 81. So our average revenue is 81. Average revenue is 81. That shows that what? It shows that we are already under perfect competition. Because under perfect competition, price or average revenue is constant, indiscriminate of the output sold. So we have concluded that we are under perfect competition or a perfect competitive market structure. Question number 2 says, at what output level will profits be maximized? And to know the output level at which profits will be maximized, we need to look for profit. We need to calculate profit by taking the difference between total revenue and total cost. We already have our total revenue here, yet we do not have the values of total cost. But we can get total cost because we have total variable cost. And then when we sum total variable cost and total fixed cost, it gives us our total cost. But we do not have the values of total fixed cost. But total fixed cost is on the board. Who can see it? Total fixed cost is already there. How do we know that? When output is 0, remember our first lesson, I said that when output is 0, total cost is equal to total fixed cost. And when output is 0, total revenue, when output is 0, total variable cost will also be 0. That is to say that what? In the short run, when nothing is produced yet, if there is any cost that is incurred, that cost must have been incurred on fixed assets or fixed factors of production. Since variable cost we only spend on variable cost when production has started. So therefore, it means that at the output of 0, this total cost is coming from fixed cost. So we have 100 here. And remember that in the short run, what did we say? In the short run, fixed cost does not change as output is changing. If you bought a machine for 10,000 francs, if you have produced nothing, that the cost of that machine remains 10,000 francs. If you produce only one item, the cost of the machine remains the same. You produce 2 items, it remains the same. You produce 10 items, the cost remains the same. So fixed cost does not change in the short run as output is changing. So we copy that. You see, we can easily get our total cost now. We know that total cost is the combination of fixed cost and variable cost. So we will be summing fixed cost, variable cost and fixed cost to get total cost. We have 100 plus 0, it gives us 100. 100 plus 90, we have 190. 100 plus 170, 270. 100 plus 240, 340. This plus this, 400. This plus this, 450. This, 550. This, 650. We have 750. 750. And then this we have 880. And then this we have 1030. Alright? We have 1030. Okay, so the profit maximizing output level now will be gotten from where profit is positively highest. I'll be abbreviating profit with this. Here is the profits, the margin for profits. And remember, profit is total revenue minus total cost. Here we have total revenue here, and we have total cost here. So we'll be looking for the difference between them. 0 minus 100. That gives us negative 100. That is our first amount of profit. We have 81 minus 190. Gives us negative 109. We have 162 minus 270. It gives us negative 108. 51 negative 220. Okay. Alright, so this is our profit. So the question was, what is the profit maximizing output level? Very simple. Now, we are not maximizing profit at any output level whatsoever here, because we can see that our profits are all negative. So we are rather minimizing loss. So if your answer is, let's say, output level 9, do not say profits are maximized at output level 9. That will not be correct, because no profits are maximized here. You rather say loss is minimized. So what we are going to do here, we are not going to be looking for the highest value here. We will be looking for the smallest negative value, which in the real sense is actually the highest value, because a smaller negative is bigger than a big negative value. So what is the smallest negative value here? We have 45 francs. 45 francs. So that is the smallest amount of loss that this firm is making, and it corresponds to the output level 5. So your answer should be loss is minimized at the feed output level, where the loss is smallest at negative 45. In this situation, loss is minimized at 45, negative 45, which corresponds to the feed output level. So you say the loss minimizing output level is 5 units, where loss is lowest at negative 45. Now, in the other situation, we saw that in a previous lesson, we saw that whenever you have profit that is positively highest at 2 output levels, or maybe lowest, if it is a negative like this one, let's say we had 45 here at 2 levels, and you are wondering which one to choose, you will go ahead to calculate marginal revenue and marginal cost. But in this situation, we do not have such a case. We have only one level which is lowest. So we just go ahead and choose the output level corresponding to that negative value. Thank you. In our next episode, we shall be looking at market structures.